Dear students, in this online class, we are going to learn about statutory corporations. First of all, we shall go for meaning. Statutory corporations means these are the public enterprises brought into existence by special act of the Parliament. That means these statutory corporations are established by passing a special act, means resolution, in the Parliament. After passing such special resolution in the Parliament, such type of statutory corporations have came into existence. For instance, Air India, Life Insurance Corporation of India, State Bank of India, RBI, these we can consider as statutory corporations. Means some of the examples statutory corporations like Air India, SBI, State Bank of India, LIC, Life Insurance Corporation of India. These are what some examples for statutory corporations. These corporations have been established by passing a special act in the Parliament. That is the reason why these kind of corporations or enterprises are considered as what statutory corporations. After knowing the meaning of these statutory corporations, now we shall go for learning about features or characteristics of statutory corporations. Yes, the first feature says that statutory corporations are set up, means established under an act of Parliament, means according to a particular act passed by the Parliament. These statutory corporations are came into existence. For example, RBI, Reserve Bank of India, the act is 1934, LIC 1956, right? Like that, having the particular act of Parliament, these statutory corporations are came into existence. At the same time, the act of such corporations are defined, the objectives for which they have came into existence, and the powers of such corporations and privileges of those statutory corporations are going to be mentioned in that act. The second one says about means this type of statutory corporation is wholly, means entirely owned by the state. So state has the ownership, state has the contribution, means state has investment, and the government has the ultimate financial responsibility, means to provide fund for these statutory corporations. The government has ultimate responsibility. At the same time, the government has a power to appropriate its profit. That is what about the second features. At the same time, these statutory corporations, at the same time, state also has to bear the loss. So if any loss occurred, then the statutory corporations, they have to make it a good loss. That is what about the second features of statutory corporations, means to provide fund, it's the responsibility of the government, and government can utilize the fund for smooth functioning of the statutory corporations. If loss, then statutory corporation has to bear it. That is what about the third features of statutory corporations. The third one saying about the statutory corporation can enter into the contract and acquire any property, and such property can be utilized by the statutory corporation for conducting its activities on its own name. That is what the third feature. The fourth one, this type of enterprise is usually independently financed. That means statutory corporation is not depend on the budget of the government. That means statutory corporation has its own financial source, its own source of finance. So this is not depend on a budget. Budget means it is an estimation of income and expenditure for particular 1 year. Means during in that particular 1 year, the estimation of income one side and the expenditure. That means income and expenditure which is going to be spent and which is going to be earned. That is what made an estimation for a particular feature 1 year. That is what about a budget. In that budget, how the money is going to be collected, what are the different sources, at the same time how that fund amount is going to be utilized, that is expenditure. That is called as what budget. But these statutory corporations are not depend on such budget which is going to be presented by the government. So central government is also going to present its budget, and concerned state is also going to present its budget. But these statutory corporations are not at all depend on the budget. It has its own source of finance, and statutory corporations are going to utilizing such finance and not rely on a government budget. That is what the fourth feature of a corporation means, statutory corporation. Next, coming about fifth one, a statutory corporation is not subject to the same accounting to the government department. Means the fifth feature saying about the books of accounts which are maintained by the statutory corporations are going to be audited by the government officials. Means whatever books of accounts are maintained, these are going to audited by the auditor. That is what about the fifth one. Next, the last one coming, the last feature saying about the employees who are working in these statutory corporations are not considered as government employees, means civil servants, and these employees are not governed by the government rules and regulations. That is what the sixth feature of statutory corporations. So in our incoming class, we shall go for studying about merits and demerits of statutory corporations. Thank you.